What's up, boys and girls? Cyclone9 here. Welcome back for some more Path of Exile 2 action. We are one map away from completing our Tier 7 map quest and moving on to Tier 8 maps. We're going to be grinding some maps, but first, in the beginning of this video, I want to go and do a little build breakdown. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I want to update you on how the Minion Infernalist Witch build is doing. I'm going to start off with the skills I'm using. So, I have Skeleton Warrior on my weapon, so that's why I'm still using it, and it is pretty crucial because I need a minion to sacrifice in order to activate my Pain Offering. More on that later. So Skeleton Warrior has Elemental Army, Brutality, and Splinter. Next, we have Summon Infernal Hound. You get that from your Ascendancy point, which it was the first Ascendancy's points I took right here. More on this again later when I'm going over the passive tree. So Infernal Hound is linked with Meat Shield, Fire Exposure, Strip Away, and Maim. Next, we have Skeletal Arsonist. This is our main DPS of the build. Have 9 of these summoned right now. Linked to Skeletal Arsonist, I can talk, is Scattershot, Martial Tempo, Last Gasp, Fire Infusion. Okay? Those are what I have currently, and it is working like a charm. Next, this is optional. I have a Skeletal Cleric. I did have a Dex gem in here. What was it? In Ingenuity, I believe, but it costed too much dexterity when I respec, so I took it out. So right now I just have Arcane Tempo, giving them some additional cast speed. I only have one of these summoned. It's not 100% mandatory. I could delete it, and if I had enough spirit to get one more Skeletal Arsonist, that might be better. Also running this persistent buff known as Grim Feast. This allows me to pick up, well, when you kill a monster, it drops a little buff that gives you energy shield back, that recovers your energy shield. It also allows you to overcap it by double. So I can get 7k energy shield while this Grim Feast is active. Pretty spectacular. Next is Raging Spirits. This is our second major portion of our DPS. And I have on Raging Spirits Minion Instability, meaning they explode when they get to low HP. Immolate, Elemental Focus, and Feeding Frenzy. So, in order to summon these Raging Spirits, you have to cast a fire spell. The fire spell of choice, and most people's choice when running SRS, as it's known, Summon Raging Spirits, is Flame Wall. Flame Wall with Fortress, which makes it cast in a very lovely circle, and then all of your Flaming Skulls can run around wreaking havoc on your enemies. Next, I have Pain Offering. This I cast when I'm fighting a rare mob or a unique mob. It's just a buff that gives a bunch of damage to all of your minions. Well, it gives them attack and cast speed and damage to all of your nearby minions. Very strong. I have on it Persistence, Expanse, and Ablation. Next up, we have our Curse, which is Flammability. Allows all our fire damage to do more to those mobs that are resistant by giving them negative resistances. On this one, I have Heightened Curse, Spell Cascade, and Inspiration. Raise Zombie I'm not currently using, but I could raise a horde of zombies up to 10 as an additional meat wall. Occasionally I will put on Blink, like if I'm doing a trial. This requires 60 spirit to reserve, so I have to take a couple things off in order to use this. But it changes your dodge roll into a Blink, which can be pretty handy. It's got a cooldown, so I kind of I'm partial to dodge roll at this time, but it's a good option to throw in there occasionally when needed. All right, so that is the skills, all of my skills and skill links. Next, we are going to go over the passive tree. So, in my passive tree, so far I've ascended 3 times. We'll go over that first. First, I went and got my Loyal Hellhound, my Infernal Hound. Next up, I got a defensive notable, which basically changes cold damage taken to fire, lightning damage taken to fire, and physical damage taken to chaos at 20% for each of those. So what this means is you can stack fire resistance and chaos resistance as your two main resistance priorities, and you're going to get more overall damage reduction from all of those things as a result of doing that. Next up, I took Badat's Will, which reserves 25% of my life, but it gives me +1 to maximum spirit per 25 maximum life. That gave me a great spirit boost and allowed me to have more skeletal arsonist summon, giving me more damage overall. On the skill tree, we picked up a lot of minion damage and intelligence. We picked up attack and cast speed for minions. A lot of minion nodes. Over here we have max life. Some of my minion damage scales by max life, and of course we want them to revive faster, so if they do perish, we get them back sooner. We've gotten a lot of energy shield nodes as well. As you'll see, there's more energy shield. I started right here, came all the way up to this section next, which gave me, because minions have terrible survivability early game, so these minions revive faster and life nodes, all of those good stuff to help with their survivability was fantastic. And then I started again stacking damage, movement speed, attack, and cast speed, and even some accuracy up here. So down here is just energy shield stuff. Next I came over here. Again, damage, revive faster. This is all focused on offensive capabilities until you get up here, which gives them a bunch of elemental resistances and +5 to max resistances. Up here we have more energy shield notables and some additional resistances and life. We got a jewel socket. I don't have fantastic jewels yet, so I'm not really going to cover those too much, except for this one's pretty good, I think. 17% increased energy shield recharge rate. Offerings have 24% increased maximum life. Is a pain offering? Yeah, pain is an offering, so it affects that, which is kind of cool. It's not fantastic. I could really improve my jewels. At any rate, up here we have max life and energy shield, stun threshold, energy shield, all res, defensive stuff. Up here is a bunch of offensive and defensive minion stuff. So damage, area effect, chance to wither, life, physical damage reduction, chaos, a jewel socket as I worked my way down here to get more offensive nodes, a bunch of them, more minion damage, all res, life, and damage. So that about covers the current setup. I'm kind of creeping over here to get some more energy shield stuff. There's a lot more energy shield stuff I can be getting as well. There's some minion damage right here. I may detour over there. I could also get these nodes. There's a lot of stuff. So I typed in minion right here, and that's why those ones are flashing. Great way to navigate the trees using the search bar over here. So oftentimes I either type in minion or energy shield to find where I want to go next. That covers the passive tree. Next, we're going to cover items. All right, starting with the scepter. Had this one for a while. I'm really looking to upgrade it to best in slot. The most important thing to have on your scepter is +3 to all minion skills. I believe you can get higher than +3, so I'd love to have that. Second most important thing that I do not have is anything that adds to spirit, a percentage of spirit increase. That would be phenomenal. That's what I'm looking for. I want minion skills and spirit. But currently, I just have the minion skills, and then I got mana regen, attack speed is fantastic. That's really strong, and then flat damage and mana. Also, the skeleton warrior is pretty important. I want them for my pain offering, so I can sacrifice them rather than one of my damage dealers. Next up, we got our helmet. This is pretty good. I socketed it in a soul core to work on my chaos resistance. And then again, the most important thing to have on your helm is +2 to level of all minion skills. That's what we got right there. And then it's basically as much energy shield as you can get, followed by resistances. Next, I am rocking a focus. Some people are opting to rock a shield. I'm doing focus because I want to be getting more energy shield, as much energy shield as possible, which is the main focus here. The fire damage doesn't really do anything because I'm not even using Flame Wall for a fire skill, and the increased fire damage doesn't affect my minions. So honestly, this could use an upgrade as well. Increased critical spell damage doesn't do anything, so really it's just resistances and energy shield. Yeah, this will be my next upgrade without a doubt. I need to find something with at least as good resistances and more energy shield, mana, and flat life would be great. Next, we have the body armor. As much energy shield as you can get. I got one with additional spirit. That should be a top priority as well. Max life, intelligence, and some resistances. And socketed into sockets to give me some additional resistances. So main thing you want here is more spirit, highest energy shield you can get, and then your top priority resistances followed by life. For my amulet, this is another key one. On your amulet, you can get +2 to level of all minion skills. So that's exactly what I have. I want flat life. I would like to have energy shield on this. I would like to have resistances, and of course, +2 to level of all minion skills. So this could be improved. I could get more flat energy shield, flat life, that sort of stuff. For my rings, they're basically just filling out my defenses. So you want as much flat life, mana, resistances that you can get, and maybe any attributes you possibly need for your build. Chaos resistances are high priority. Flat life. I'm not positive if you can get energy shield on rings. If you can, then that would be a good priority as well. Gloves, nothing much to say here. As much energy shield as you can get. Resistances, these could probably be upgraded. For the belt, flat life is huge. This is where I get all the strength that I need for my build. It's a great place to get resistances, flat life, and attributes. For your boots, you want movement speed. I mean, you really do. There's not a lot of ways of getting movement speed in this game, so you want 25% or higher, and then the most amount of energy shield you can get, followed by your resistances. I'm currently rocking a rarity charm because I'm a greedy bastard who loves loot. So that is the items. That's everything for the build. I hope you enjoyed the build overview. I'll run one tier 7 map for this video so you can see the build in action. And then I'll end the video there. So let's go find a nice juicy node. Alright guys, I found one that at least has a delirium and it's got +1 to monster level. This is a tier 7 map. Let's rock it. Oh, increased freeze, build up ignite, shock chance, and more monsters are going to be in this map. Let's rock it. Here we are in the lovely oasis. We're going to pop our delirium mirror right out the gate and start a blazing trails of flame as we get mobbed. Mob. Yeah, I always like to start my map by dropping an exalt. Kind of a hobby of mine. A ritual, if you will. So yeah, we'll start that way. And you can see that my energy shield is starting to get overcapped, which allows me to just keep mobbing forward and not worrying about getting one shot as I get rammed in the face by a guy coming out of the mist. This delirium mirror is causing the minions to be quite wild and ferocious, but it is not stopping us as we proceed with mad speed and fiery inferno as my game lags and scares me to death and then crashes. Well, I guess I'm ending the video here. My game crashed. Hopefully I can get back into the map and I'm not dead, but you guys get the gist of it. If you have any questions about the build, I'm streaming often on YouTube and Twitch. My name is Cyclone9. Would love if you came and said hi. Usually we're doing exercises for every map completion, so you can kick it with me, learn about PoE 2, and get fit simultaneously. If we successfully complete this map, we'll be doing another 20 push-ups. Yeah, so come say hi, stream with me live. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Cyclone9 signing out. Peace out till next time, Exiles.